Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB SHOW. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The Chase viewers expressed concern for presenter Bradley Walsh, 64, on Thursday after he appeared on the ITV show with a coarse voice. As one said, it didn't sound right. Bradley Walsh sparked concern among the Chase viewers after appearing on the show with a coarse voice on Thursday. The 64-year-old TV presenter introduced 4 contestants to compete against Ann Hegarty, but several fans seemed worried about his well-being rather than the game itself. A fan said Bradley's voice didn't sound right on the show, as others pointed out the host didn't seem his usual self. Viewers took to X, formerly called Twitter, to express their concern, as one wrote, "Is something wrong with Bradley's voice?" Someone else replied, "Yep, also came here to say that. I thought we had a different presenter at first." Another person said, "Poor Bradley's voice, doesn't sound right today." One more fan tweeted, "What's going on with Bradley's voice today? He sounds like he's let a helium balloon down in his mouth." And a fifth person wrote on X, "Brad sounds sick. I hope he's okay." Bradley has been at the helm of the popular quiz show since it first aired in 2009, and this year celebrated a milestone 15 years of the ITV quiz show. Speaking to the Daily Mail in August, the TV star revealed he would happily do another 15 years on the show, but admitted he would step down if viewers turned on the format. He said, "Until people say they've had enough and start switching off, I'll do it. We've had such an extraordinary time together. It's the best job in the world." Bradley also shared that he filmed a pilot episode of The Chase back in 2008 with chasers Sean the Dark Destroyer and Mark the Beast Labette. Before landing his role on The Chase, the father of 2 had already hosted ITV quiz show #1 Soap Fan in 2007 and Spin Star in November and December 2008. Reflecting on his early days on The Chase, Bradley, who also hosted TV's 50 Greatest Stars on ITV, admitted he saw potential in the show during the pilot, but was used to quizzes being scrapped. He recalled, "The audience was made up of ITV bosses, and they found someone in the office to be a contestant." He added, "Straight away I took the contestant's side. I saw the chasers as these big, all-knowing bully types, so I started taking the mickey out of them. When they got a question wrong, I really gave it to them, and everyone was laughing. That's when I knew we had something." Bradley Walsh added, "Normally with a quiz show you're handcuffed to the format, but this meant I could go off script and improvise." He added on to his enthusiasm by saying, "It was like doing stand-up in the middle of a quiz show, which I loved. So right from that very first run-through, I thought this could be special." It started like any other episode of The Chase, the familiar theme tune, the glowing lights, and the ever-charismatic Bradley Walsh striding across the stage with his signature grin. But it didn't take long for devoted viewers to notice something wasn't quite right. As Bradley welcomed the first contestant, his usual booming, confident voice had a rasp to it, lower, croakier, as though he'd been shouting at a football match all night. His smile seemed a bit more forced than usual, and behind the jokes, a flicker of fatigue lingered in his eyes. "Welcome to The Chase, the quiz where your brain could win you a fortune or land you flat on your face," he said, but his voice cracked halfway through, and he gave an awkward cough. Social media lit up instantly. "Is it just me, or does Bradley sound sick? Doesn't sound right at all. #TheChase. Poor Brad looks like he needs a warm tea and a nap. Someone get him some Lemsip. Love ya, Brad, but you don't sound like yourself tonight. Hope you're okay. #ConcernedChasers. Even chaser Ann Hegarty, the governess, gave him a sideways glance during a break in filming. "You all right, Bradley?" she asked gently as she adjusted her glasses. Bradley grinned, waving it off. "Just a little tickle in the throat, bit of a cold. Soldiering on," he replied hoarsely, trying to keep the energy up for the next round. But fans weren't convinced. As the episode went on, his usual zippy banter was noticeably dialed down. He sipped from a water bottle between every segment, and there were moments where he seemed to be holding back a cough during contestant introductions. Backstage whispers grew. Some crew members speculated he might have been filming multiple episodes back-to-back, pushing through under the pressure of a tight ITV schedule. Others hinted at a chest infection he'd been trying to shake off. Despite it all, Bradley delivered, guiding the contestants with warmth, keeping up the momentum, and still pulling off a few chuckles along the way. When a contestant named Liz from Brighton fluffed an obvious answer about Shakespeare, he managed a laugh, though softer than usual. Even the bard would forgive that one, love. By the final chase, viewers were divided, some praising his dedication, others begging ITV to let him rest. Give this man a break, he's clearly unwell. Nobody wants to see national treasure Bradley burn out. As the credits rolled, Bradley smiled into the camera, his voice worn but heartfelt. That's it for today's chase. I'll be back, with or without cough drops. The screen faded to black, but concern for Bradley lingered long after. Fans just hoped the next time they saw him, he'd sound like the Bradley they knew, bold, booming, and completely back to himself.